Hey everybody, Kimmel's Irish Pub, Black Panther. Woohoo! Finally! Can't wait. Never got to go see it in the movie, so finally get to see it now on DVD, which will now allow me to go see Avengers in the movies. So woohoo! That's what I really want to see, but you know, you have to stay in chronological order because I think there's probably pieces of this you should know before you see Avengers. I don't know. I'll tell you after I see Avengers, but gotta see this one first. Black Panther. T'Challa, the king of Wakanda, rises to the throne in the isolated, technology-advanced African nation, but his claim is challenged by a vengeful outsider who was a childhood victim to T'Challa's father's mistakes. Alright, so the Chadwick Boseman, he's a Black Panther. Michael B. Jordan, I believe, is the villain, and there's a lot of good actors and actresses in this. You can check them out. I'm not going to go over all of them right now, but I know, hopefully you're watching me enough now, you know I'm a DC guy. I'm still a superhero guy, so I'm excited to see this. I'm more excited to see Avengers, but got to see this first, as I said. Anyway, let me get into it and see what it's all about, see what all the hype's about, and check in with you periodically to let you know how it's really going and what I think. Stick around. Hey everybody. Watching Black Panther here, and we're at the 1 hour, 8 minute, and 36 second mark. So I thought I'd do a quick check-in. I'll be brief, but it's about, you know, his rise to king, the Black Panther that we know from the other Avengers, and how he becomes king because his father died in the last Avengers, right? So evidently they have a history of all being Black Panthers, and he's a Black Panther, but then he has to be the king, whatever. And it's that whole story. And the backdrop of this is they have a Crawl, I think is his name, who stole vibranium from them. That's what everything's built on in Wakanda or whatever. But yeah, you know, so it's all about vibranium, and that's all their tech and everything like that. So this guy stole it all and killed some people in the process prior to the present time right now. And you know, so they're going after him. He's going to make a sale, and that's the plot. And that's where Michael B. Jordan comes into it. He kind of pairs up with him to help him steal the vibranium and sell it to the highest bidder. And then some spoilers start to happen, and not spoilers, some twists that I don't want to spoil for you. So that's really the basis of the plot. I mean, you don't need to know much more than that. You get superhero movies. I mean, there's people with these superpowers who are good people, and then there's villains who do stuff. They steal stuff, they sell it for money, they kill people, and the good guy goes after the bad guy, right? But this is really entertaining. I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's really cool, like all the technology that they have. So his sister, the Black Panther's sister, is like the head of the CTO of their little gang there, and she builds all these cool weapons and stuff like that. It's kind of like James Bond. You go see the James Bond movies, and he would go down, and he'd be like, "Okay, here's an umbrella. That's a gun." You know, that kind of stuff, but much more fancier and cooler. So that's a lot of fun. There's also, they have all different tribes in their country. I don't know what you know, in their place, their habitat, and there's guys with like saucers for lips, like David. It's right there. I don't know how comfortable that is. I thought that was interesting, but the action's great. There is a little bit of humor. It's funny. I don't see the Black Panther as being a funny guy. They're trying to do it a little bit, but anyway, that's it for now. I don't want to keep going on. Great movie. Catch you up on the plot. I'll try and share more with you in a little bit, but it's hard because I don't want to tell you everything so that you're surprised when you watch it as well. But I'll share as much as I can without spoiling it for you. All right? I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Black Panther, and I enjoyed it. You know, do I think it was one of the best Marvel movies ever? Obviously not. Unfortunately, Thor came out right before this. I saw that. That is a great movie. So if you haven't seen that, I think it's Thor 3 Rancor or whatever it's called. You know what it is. That was really good. And this pales in comparison to that. I mean, now do I think it was terrible? No. I mean, it's a very predictable. Like I even said in my first check-in. You know, we know the storyline of all these superhero movies. It's more about introducing the Black Panther and his background and his morals and everything like that than it is, you know, a great plot line, I don't think. You know, the the actor who plays Black Panther, I kind of mentioned on that. You know, he's not the greatest actor. He doesn't have that comedic value that the rest of the Avengers might have. But you know, they can't be a whole bunch of clowns either. Michael B. Jordan, I think, does a good part as a villain. The way that they did it, I think maybe they could have made him a little bit better, but it wasn't too bad. And I started to read some reviews, and like IMDb, when you go through it, it's just like all 1s and 2s and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people, you know, talk about the race part of this movie. I don't know. I don't think about that kind of stuff. When I watch a movie, I engross myself in the film and what it's about, so I didn't think about any of that until I started reading this. No, just think about Wakanda, and you know what I mean, and that's what the movie is. It's to escape reality and all this silliness that happens around us and the tragedies in the world and all that stuff. Don't think about that. Don't bring that stuff into the movies. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what they try to do, but I don't think about that. I don't think that's what they tried to do. You know, they tried to make, I don't think it was a political statement or anything like that. Again, overdone plotline and stuff like that, but leave that stuff at home. Go into the movie and enjoy the movie for what it was and have fun. A lot of CGI, a lot of action, a lot of superheroes, a lot of good acting in it. I love the technology in it. I thought that was a lot of fun. My only gripe was the plot wasn't greatest, but that's okay. To elaborate a little bit more, because I think they do tell you in one of the synopsises that I read that, you know, Michael B. Jordan plays the villain, and I'll just give you this a little bit. He has a portion in the beginning when T'Challa becomes king. They offer all the different tribes the opportunity to fight him and take the crown away from him. Well, Michael B. Jordan wants his shot, essentially. That's all it is. You know, it's not a spoiler alert. That happens pretty early on in the film. You just got to find out the whole history and why and all that stuff, and that's it there. But again, I don't want to go on too much further. I'm probably going to give it an 8. Again, I'm more of a DC guy. I don't really know the Black Panther as well. I didn't follow him that much, so you know, I like the superhero movie. I like the connection. I like the way Marvel's been doing their things, and that's why I really wanted to watch it. And it was fun. And that's you know, again, it's not a 9 or a 10, maybe even a 7, but I'm gonna keep it with an 8. It's just that plot wasn't that great but I enjoyed it a lot. Stayed awake the whole time, didn't fall asleep, didn't get bored. There's enough action, but I think it's set up now for me. Now I can go watch Avengers, the Infinity War, whatever it is called. So let me know what you think. If you watch this film, I'd love to hear from you. Give me your thoughts. And thanks for tuning in. See ya. End abruptly, I don't know. Nothing more for you. That's it. Tuning out. Kimmel's Irish Pub.